So I'm doing this in review of October the 17th, and I was told to view these as paintings, so I do. You know, years ago, you hurt me, and I bled for years and years and years and years. And now you're back, and I'm not the same. I'm a totally different person. You know, in the past, fighters would fight by striking the same spots that acupuncturists use today. There was a well-known fighter who almost died that way when an opponent struck him, and that his opponent used that technique. Patches. After that, the opponent quit fighting and renounced his warrior lifestyle. One day, one of his enemies found him and challenged him to a duel again. They fought, and in the first commotion of strikes and blows, the aggressor stepped back in surprise. And with a smile, the warrior said, "I trained for 20 years to move my vulnerable spots." And with that, he was finally able to overcome and succeed. We are often in a process of inner healing. The wounds of the past can be the greatest obstacles for self-cultivation, unless we find them and heal them fast. Now, this job can take years until we finally accomplish it. Now, this job can take years until we finally accomplish it. In most cases, our wounds are inflicted by enemies. This can be subtle. Our enemies can be others on the street, or people much more intimate to us, like our friends and our families and our teachers and lovers and siblings. If we move away from these people and we succeed in our practice, then they really have no chance of coming back into our lives. How can they? We change whatever made us vulnerable in the first place. So that is for October the 17th in the Northern Hemisphere, and this is for the Southern Hemisphere. 1 gives birth to 2, 2 gives birth to 3, and 3 gives birth to 10,000. 180 counts makes 1 cycle, and constant turning creates all things. Today is the 108th day of cycle. And why are numbers so important to those who know? Even today, when numbers are commonly yoked in the service of finance and engineering, there are those who view the cheap version of mysticism or superstition. Numbers form closed worlds of mysteries to explore and exploit if our understandings are deep enough. We emphasize certain numbers. 1 is unity, 2 is duality, 3 is my favorite number, and it will generate all movement in our universe. 3 is the number of the universe that will generate all movement. 4 is the seasons, and 5 elements generate the entire world. 6 parts of the body: arms, leg, head, and trunk. 7 is the day of waxing moon by the lunar calendar. 8 is the number of deviation. 8 is the number of divination. 9 is the number of life, and 10 is heaven's cycles. There are 24 periods in the year, and each with its own characteristic. 36 is 6 squared. 108 is 3 cycles of 36, which represents a great cycle, although there are even more esoteric connotations attached to it. Numbers are only symbols. It's a way of human beings to protect order in the universe. They actually are a language more precise than words. But, Patchies, does the natural world talk? You tell them. Now, numbers are important to understand. But take care to look beyond language, for they are only symbols. But take care to look beyond the numbers and the language and look at the true reality that they foreshadow. Okay, Patchies? Did you hear me? I think she heard me. Do-do. Do-do-do. Okay, see ya.